That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
I knew he'd left something behind. Anything for Freya? Whatever you need, I'll create. A Vanir crest? Quite the prize.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back. Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Madam Nito? Madam Nito, where have you gone?
Nito? I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
Squirrel.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madam Nito's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another long-time tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible, just terrible.
We are certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
Come. Quiet.
She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate.
Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The giants, Faye herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point away?
Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Sigrun.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I did.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Sigrun helping you recover yourself. She's so loyal. Why? Clever.
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from. The oarsmen. Ugh. A monument to conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though. Brother, get up, brother. Nasty hit!
You won't believe it, Marie. This crest belongs to Fjord.
Fjordland, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from. Watch out! What's your name? Behind you! Look out!
Behind you! Look out! So this outpost is what's left of Fjordland. Sigrun spoke according to these people before she joined the Valkyries. Looks like there's a staircase on the other side. There must be another way around.
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Is that all she told you, Mimir?
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
Could be worth pulling on those chains, no? There must be another way forward. Maybe those chains have something to do with it. There it is. The other staircase. They're ethereal! Perhaps my arrow!
Oh, an artifact from the River Empire. Never been myself. Yeah, it's lovely. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before? Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Is that a key?
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
It was broken.
Broken? It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Amir, what did those runes say?
Secret. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Oh, come, Amir. You really didn't think you were her first love, did you?
Aye. Suppose I did. Killer! You alright?
Too fast! Use your shield! Look, there's some debris over there. I'm guessing from Tyr's poor statue.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounties. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it.
Kind of still does, in fact.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
The Nords live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the king.
Set that aside for now. Come.
When you enter the Norn's domain, it can be disorienting. Like being inside your own mind.
But if we go in together, are we in each other's minds?
No more for now. Focus. I see it.
Fire, Sequence!
Rogan hole.
I see it.
I felt that one, brother. Brother, get up! Brother! Rogan hole.
I see it.
Nasty hit. You all right, brother? You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass. Oh, this is a fine mess. Rogan hole.
I see it.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Helpa! That's what she was called. I'm trying to remember which god raised her dander up.
It does not matter.
Doesn't it?
If rage is all that remains, the reasons are irrelevant. Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw. Freya, you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try.
Quiet.
This is the right area, but we can't go further on the sled. Enemies on the left!
Watch out!
The way forward is magically sealed. Something in here is giving it power.
The hilt of a sword.
Brother, I know that sword hilt. Tread carefully. You of all people know how weapons can carry ghosts.
If it does not help us find the Norns, it can wait.
Let's keep looking. This way. I feel a trace of their illusions here. I can try to dispel it.
Now's no time to wander off, brother. Freya's found something.
Oh, no. There's nothing here.
A false trail.
I'm afraid so. We'll have to see what else the wolves can find.
Typical Nornish mischief.
They know we're searching. I warned you they wouldn't make it easy.
And what's the hilt of a cursed king have to do with any of it?
Distraction? Coincidence? Who knows? I suppose they'd say we were fated to find it.
What of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Exaggerate.
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you travelled back in time itself to win a battle once lost. It's strange credulity, obviously. I mean, a rumour about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and time. The Sisters of Fate abused their power. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence. So I killed them and turned their power on Zeus.
That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever seen.
Aye, can you imagine? If it existed, Odin would have it. And if Odin had it, we'd be 5 shades more fucked than we are already.
I would not ask them to change the past, even if they could. I only want information.
And that's quite dangerous enough, in my experience.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? suspect that's all of them.
These were coal raiders. Infamous for...
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was... kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late.
Kratos, tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent, cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was warmer.
on him! Behind you, watch out!
Come on, Kratos! Enemy behind you!
You're on fire, Kratos! Double fire! Times. Oh, we used to travel through this temple constantly. Like how you do to Brock. Then off on another adventure.
You miss it?
Aye. Everything felt simpler then.
Agreed.
And Lady Freya? About time I had something to do. Hitting the road or chewing the fat?
Has seen better days.
Haven't we all?
Kratos, do you remember when I brought you and Atreus in here for the first time? Seems like lifetimes ago.
I do. And it was because of your guidance we were able to fulfill Faye's last wish. And yours as well, Mimir.
Freya, how was Sigrun when you saw her last?
She's still incorporeal, ever since Kratos set her free of her corrupted form. But she hasn't let that stop her from helping any way she can. The truth is, her more than I can repay.
I doubt she'd
Win
see it that way.
minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle people's hearts and minds. Too bad. Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Another coal raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about it.
That is all of them. Why do they whine?
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
Freya, can we return to your story of Hrimthur? You said if he built Asgard's wall in time, he was promised an audience with you.
Yes. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the Mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this Mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it.
Enough talk for now. Be ready. Quiet.
Is that a frozen lightning bolt?
My fight with Thor ended
Let's
there.
see. I feel something. In this direction.
Feel what exactly?
Another illusion. It's coming from this wall. The Norns are hiding something. Kratos, I feel the Norns over here. Are you ready?
Brother, wait. Let's see what Freya found.
Oh, no. Nothing. Another dead end.
A trap!
It's too fast! Use your shield!
Look out! That's doing them.
That's all of them. You know, this search will only get more dangerous.
Then we keep looking.
Back to the wolves, then.
What is up here?
I don't feel anything. It's not related to the Norns.
Could be interesting enough in its own right.
What's that outpost?
I've expanded my inventory since we last spoke. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Mimir, look. Another Fjotalund marking.
Aye, this place must have been part of Sigrun's kingdom. The first outpost preceding further expansion. Time to move! Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves. Sad to see Sigrun's homeland in such a terrible state.
You know, Mimir, if you want to take a tour of your kingdom, you might not like everything you find.
So, she loved another before me. There are worse things to discover about someone you love.
Yes, there certainly are. Enemies to your left!
A musical instrument from your homeland, isn't it? Can you... play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
You all right?
Arrows, brother! Arrows!
it can't rotate through the rock. Well done.
Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place. It can't be.
It is.
Oh, Mimir. Look, the other half of the key.
I knew those key pieces would fit. Can't wait to see what lock it belongs to.
Behind you! Incoming!
Arrows, brother! Arrows!
Another crane.
King Helge massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogger, survived to kill the Mad King.
Sigrun and her brother had issues over that.
And all the time Seacom and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
Maybe she liked the way you saw her. The wolves have picked up another trail. Keep following their heads.
So, Freya, if we might finish your story? Beanstor revealed to you he wanted revenge on the Aesir for killing his father.
Yes, he did. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better and continued.
Another time. We must focus.
So, Freya, if we might finish your story, how did Hrimthur intend to get revenge on the Aesir for killing his father? Did it have to do with Asgard's wall?
It did.
Hold that thought. I think I hear something sizable.
Look, another Pole Raider camp. We should do something about them and put your wolves at ease.
Fire from above!
Enemy behind you!
You're on fire, Recon. You're on fire.
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining. Accursed wolf.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Deimos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you, Deimos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Freya, you mentioned that Fimbulwinter had worn down some of Odin's curses, but you still needed help. Was it Sigrun who helped you recover your warrior spirit?
Is that how
Wish for
Odin
peace. Be ready for war.
Oh, that's astute of the Earth. Tyr never sought war, but he knew he had to be ready for it.
Aye, best be armed than not. Impressive-looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
So, Freya, if we might finish your story. How did Hrimthur intend to get revenge on the Aesir for killing his father? Did it have to do with Asgard's wall?
It did. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way. A nice knife. Shame it's rusted. Freya, I assume it was Sigrun then who helped you retrieve your Valkyrie wings. Were they hidden in the place I guessed?
They were not. But yes, she did. Argued all the while I should let my anger go. But helped me just the same. Another gravestone. But this one's intact.
Aye, and with a keyhole tailor-made for the hilt we found. I was afraid of that.
Ragnar the Zealous!
For the king! Guide me, my king! On your guard, Kratos!
Come on, get up, brother!
Death was my gift to you.
Ragnar the Zealous!
Take it off, man! We've got this!
Guide me, my king! Guide me, my king!
Are you okay?
You'll fight king.
Good riddance, you feckless ballback.
You knew this warrior.
Do me a favor, brother. You see any more of these ghostly berserker tossers, give them the same. You'll be doing the Nine Realms. Favor.
Did these warriors wrong you at some point, Mimir? You're quite agitated, even for you.
No need to rehash ancient history if it's all the same to you.
Very well.
Freya, where is Seacrum now?
Impossible to say. She's on a mission spanning the realms in search of our lost sisters. Our hope is if she can bring their incorporeal spirits to Vanaheim, we can find a way to... Store them to uncorrupted forms. Look, there's some debris over
Defend
there.
the peace.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting.
I always admired the love Tyr inspired.
Where I come from, gods of war are not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No, they are not.
Come on, brother. Let's have it. You mentioned you had a favourite poem from your homeland. What was it about?
A cunning general. A war over forbidden love.
I believe I've heard of this one. Did it involve a horse that was not as it appeared?
Yes, but that is not what happened.
Oh, it's based on truth then. And you were there.
Yes. I prefer the poem.
How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Very strange indeed. Let's take a closer look.
Behind you! Behind you! Look
Wait, Looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
It's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Doesn't look like you can brute force it.
Good! That's the way! Alka!
Could be useful. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Well done.
It was not intentional.
Oh, sure. My arrows can't go through walls, I'm afraid. Together again. Mimir, does this look like an abandoned treasury to you?
Aye, it does.
It's Sigrun's family tree. Looks like a vault door to me.
Now that we have both halves to that key, we should see if it matches that lock.
dead on the throne.
Kratos!
Here sits Prince Dogger. I can't believe he's dead.
Prince Dogger? That the corpse of Sigrun's brother? How did he end up like that then? Freya? Why won't you answer me?
Are you certain you want to read this?
No, brother. You do it.
It seems Sigrun put a curse on... Brother for... The Mad King.
No. Truly?
She did not know the Mad King had murdered her family. What she did was too late. She had cursed her brother. That is why she joined the Valkyries. To atone.
You knew all about Sigrun's family, didn't you, Freya?
It was not my story to tell.
Funny. Learning all this only makes me love her more. She chose me despite my flaws, my regrets. Knowing she has some of her own makes me feel closer to her.
I am glad to hear it.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame.
On your left! Fire, right side!
Kratos, their chieftain.
Kratos, are you okay?
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before? You freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders.